Hello Cancer, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Cancer for the week of March 14th. Now Cancer, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me. That's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you. Now, if you're a regular viewer of my content, you will notice that the table is a little different, and that is because I'm traveling, so have no fear though, the message will be the same. But I thought I'd just mention that. There's a bit of a blue hint or a blue hue to the reading, and that is because I am by the ocean. It is very nice, very tranquil, Cancer. But at any rate, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Make sure everything is in view. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Let's go ahead and put this right here, and then we'll get right into it. All right. So Cancer, it looks like right now there is a major situation around balance in your life that is coming forward in the cards, that is coming forward in the reading. And I feel like attaining balance in some area will be different for everybody, but in some area that is important to you right now, attaining balance will open something up for you. And we'll talk about that more as we go along, but we have a major message of intuition. We have a major message of maybe getting out of your own way, and there's a balancing act here. And the reason I'm feeling that is primarily because this Temperance card and the Two of Pentacles, which we'll go into deeper. But let's start with this Temperance card, which is in your sort of overall message, your overall energy. So this Temperance card here is, you can see that this person on the card, they're balancing out their fire and their water. And what's really interesting about this card is not only does it say that through patience, through moderation, but most importantly through balance, that as you create balance, as you have that in your life, there will be someone or something that enters. So this can be a card of soulmates. So if you've been looking for like a really deep connection with somebody, the Temperance card says that you can have that, but it's all about attaining harmony first, and harmony within yourself. And so for some of you, this is extremely important. But if you're not necessarily looking for love or looking for a relationship, whatever it is that you're looking for can arrive through balancing a part of your path out. And along with that, the Temperance card can talk about it's the card of Sagittarius as well. And so some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, but it's also a card of healing. As you can see, this person on the card is actually a healing angel. And so not only balance, but also healing a part of your path here at this time is super important. Now, in the past, you have the High Priestess and the King of Swords. So the High Priestess is, as you can see, the water theme here. This person on the High Priestess on the card is sort of emerging from water. And so it can talk about hidden knowledge coming to the surface. It can say that there are secrets coming to light, or there's some sort of new information or new knowledge coming ahead. And the High Priestess, most importantly, is about intuition and trusting your intuitive process at this time. The King of Swords, it couldn't be more opposite, actually. While the High Priestess is about intuition, the King of Swords is about logic. So you got your left brain and your right brain here showing up here. And so the King of Swords prefers to use logic over intuition in order to find something out or create something or work through something. And it can also just refer to an air sign generally. But what's going on here is, in the past, I feel like what's very interesting is we started this message off with balancing, right? With this major message of balance here with the Temperance card. And now in the past, you have this balance of the left and the right brains, this balance of the logic and the intuitive sides of yourself here. And I feel like this is going to be, important for you to bring that sort of skill set forward as you bring something into existence at this time. Now, in the future, you have the Eight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So the Eight of Swords is about somebody who's maybe trapped in fear, trapped in a challenging situation. And each one of these swords here is some sort of thought that they have. And so you can say that the Eight of Swords person is in a sword imprisonment, or in the imprisonment of their mind. And it's really up to them to get themselves out. In fact, they don't know how to get out, and really all they need to do is take the blindfold off, and they'll find the path out of whatever situation they are trapped in. And so it talks about like trying to cut through the mental chatter, trying to cut through the noise of the mind, and allowing that to help guide you forward. The Two of Pentacles is a card of juggling, okay? It's another card of balance, weighing options, weighing decisions. This is also about potentially money either going up or going down. It's hard for me to say what is the case, whether it's going up or going down. I will tell you that by default, the Two of Pentacles says that it's a positive change in your financial situation, but you have to take all of the cards into consideration. The thing is, for me, with this Eight of Swords, you might be in your mind around money at this time, and that could certainly be the case, and there may be balance here that you're being called on to achieve around money issues as well. So let's go up the pyramid here. Okay, so you have the Nine of Cups, you have the Strength card, the Fool, and the Death card. All right, so I definitely like to see these clarifications. First and foremost, 3 of these 4 cards that we just pulled in the clarifications are major arcanas, okay? And so you're dealing with major themes here. These are not day-to-day tasks. These are not everyday things. These are not the day-to-day priorities. These are huge overarching life themes when you get that many major arcana coming in to clarify. Starting over here on the left, you have this Nine of Cups. In the past, you have this High Priestess and the King of Swords being clarified by this Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is like a wish come true, or a wish fulfilled in your life. This person is holding up their cup, they're happy, they're celebrating, good things have happened for them in their life. And this person here presumably is in a period of emotional satisfaction and contentment. And so for you, I feel like you have had this in the past and you know what it feels like. And so what I would say for you is to really tap into that feeling of emotional satisfaction and contentment that you have had in the past, and you help that as you help that and bring that with you as you carry on in whatever it is that you're going through here, and whatever major life theme is being presented for you. It will be different for everybody. But you have this Strength card as well. The Strength card is Leo energy. So we do have this fire energy, with the Temperance card being the Sagittarius, the Strength card being the Leo card, Leo energy. And so there's something here around you attaining the balance, the dance between the water and the fire in life. And really sort of also, I would also throw in the air as well with this King of Swords, which refers to the logic. And so spontaneity, intuitiveness, and logic, rationality, I feel like is extremely important for you at this time, and like kind of dancing, kind of creating a dance between those 3 things, the rationality, the intuitiveness, and the spontaneity here at this time is going to be extremely important for you as you move forward. You have the Fool as well, which is a powerful new beginning in your life. One thing is for sure here, if we're looking at, let's just go ahead and look at this. One thing is for sure with the Fool and the Death card presence in this reading, you are definitely going through a transformation and a change. There is no question about it, because both of these cards can indicate change. The Fool is actually more powerful than the Death card as far as I'm concerned, because the Fool starts off all of the tarot, and it's a change in that the change is that you're stepping forward. You're about to go on a new journey. The change is that you're leaving something in the past and you're going towards something new. And the key with the Fool is to not have attachments to the past. The Death card says, doesn't matter, those attachments here are about to change, right? Or you're letting go of those attachments, because the Death card says that there's a major transformation happening in your life. And it's almost like, I mean, listen, I believe that we have free will, but the Death card is almost like, guess what? There's change. Change is inevitable. It's happening whether you're ready for it or not. And so will you embrace the energy of the change, or will you continue resisting, which is where those attachments come in here for you, Cancer. And so the Death card does not need to be negative. It just says that there's major change on the horizon for you. So let's go ahead and continue forward here and see what that change might be. So you have the Magician, the Queen of Cups, there's your energy showing up, and the Justice card. All right, so the Magician, so you have 0 into 1. Whenever I get, oh, and 2, so you have 0, 1, 2, so those cards progress. And then remember, we're talking about this energy of balance, this energy of harmony, of healing, of left and right brain. But guess what? We also have the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine as well showing up here for you, Cancer, with the Magician and the High Priestess. The Magician says, so there's a lot of balance here available. The Magician says that the Magician basically has everything that they need in the palm of their hand. As you can see here, they do not need to go learn anything. They do not need to go buy anything. They have everything that they need to manifest. It's a major card of manifestation and tapping into the internal tools to make that happen. The Queen of Cups, I feel like in this case, is your energy showing up here. And so that's kind of how I'm feeling like that, feeling that for this reading here with this Strength card, the Fool, the Nine of Cups, the Death card. And so for many of you, it's this dance between the intuitive side of yourself, the rational side of yourself, and the spontaneous side of yourself here that I keep wanting to say and I keep wanting to talk about. The Justice card is also a card of balance, just like the Temperance card in a way, a little bit different, but both cards can indicate balance and harmony. Not only is this Justice card the card of Libra, which is a message of Libra is an energy of harmony and balance, but you can also see the scales, right? The scales balancing out and tipping in one direction. This can also refer to, at the end of the day, getting the outcome that you deserve. And so the Justice card is a very good energy. If you've been putting in the work, you've been putting in the energy and the effort towards something, it says that you will be rewarded for that in a just way. So let's continue forward. So you have the Five of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles can talk about fears around money or poverty thinking, thinking in terms of loss or scarcity mindset. All of those sorts of things can come forward when you have the Five of Pentacles, but oftentimes I'll see this come in more when people are in their mind around money more than actual loss. And remember, we talked about that before here with this Eight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles showing up. And so it could mean that some of you are just sort of working through some financial situations here. You may have had bad luck or bad situations that have happened in the past. I would say that the skies are clear here for you in the beginning as it relates to a change, as it relates to a transformation in your financial situation. And so I do feel like there are changes inevitably. I do feel like it will be pretty good for you, but I also think that at the end of the day, whatever change is happening is going to be the result of the actions that you've taken up to this point as you have this Justice energy. Now you do have the King and the Queen of Cups showing up, which is a counterpart in the tarot. So that is sort of the only type of love message that I was kind of getting here. Remember, I did talk about how this Temperance card can bring someone into your life as you attain balance, which, that can certainly be the case as well. But the King of Cups, I feel like is telling you to weather any sort of emotional storm that you may be having or emotional feelings that you may be having around money. And at the top of the pyramid, we do have the Three of Swords here. So let me make sure that is in view. My apologies. I bumped the camera earlier. So you do have this Three of Swords here as well. And so the Three of Swords can talk about separation. It can talk about a severance, something ending in your life. And it can be around divorce or breakups, but it could be anything that breaks your heart. And you do have this Ace of Cups here on the bottom, which is something relating to finances, something relating to relationships in your life, emotional situations, happiness, joy, anything like that you may be dealing with. And so to get that Three of Swords energy with the Ace of Cups, some of you here may be just working through a situation where you're trying to sort of where like money and emotions are kind of tied together. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.